Hey everybody! Good morning. It's Morgan coming to you live from the Highland Cycles Nobby Lobby for the Gospel of Two Wheels number 21. I kind of can't believe that I've done 21 of these things and that you guys keep watching. So thank you all so very much who watch this thing every week. I super duper appreciate it. Quick conditions report for Montrose. It is butt cold out there. Garrett Anderson, what's happening? I just looked out at the weather. It's I think it says 0 here in Montrose. It feels like 0. It's very snowy. And yeah, it's winter finally. We finally are actually having a real winter. I am stoked on it. If you guys haven't, good morning, Joel. What's happening, man? If you guys haven't checked out the video that I posted a couple days ago, Matt Larson, what's going on? Corey Willoughby, what's going down? Yeah, if you guys haven't checked out the video I posted on our Facebook page and on YouTube, you definitely need to, because it was an absolute hoot on New Year's Day. Sorry that we missed anybody who wasn't able to make it, but oh man, was it good. It was ridiculous. Hey, what's happening, Michael Kohick? Yeah, so, yeah, the conditions at Peach Valley are really good. Matthew, Christopher, good morning from the bus to NYC. Right on, man. Matt Simpson, what's going down? The Peach Valley riding right now is really amazing. Garrett Anderson, rock and roll. It is so good out there. It snowed probably... yeah, I'm glad you liked it, Corey. Thanks for watching. It snowed probably 6 to 8 inches all over Peach Valley, with drifts way deeper than that on the lee side of things. The lee side of the whoops were deep. But the traction was great with the grip studs and the screws. I mean, I was able to go really anywhere I wanted to go. We didn't try any of the rocky trails because we're kind of just wanting to just get out and pin it. Gary Loomis, Merry New Year to you, my man. Yeah, I just wanted to get out and get sideways and have fun. Good morning, Jeff Rambo. How is Cali? Jeff, where are you in California? And I'm sure it's much warmer than here unless it's like way northern. It's got to be warmer than here. It's stinking cold out there. Which I'm sure that Roy Moline's going to chime in here from Leadville, and it's, I'm sure, infinitely colder there. Coffee is good today. I don't know if this looks any different, but I'm filming on my iPad this morning because my phone, I actually broke it quite a while ago. I broke the home button, and my wife is taking it to Grand Junction today to get fixed. So yeah. All you guys watching, Josh Hartley Road, what's happening? If you have not watched the video from the New Year's Day ride, please go watch it. Seth Salisbury. I would super duper appreciate it if you watched it on YouTube and subscribe to us on YouTube, because I'm trying to build that channel up bigger and better and badder. We're going to be having... We'll always have our videos available on Facebook, but they're kind of hard to find sometimes with all the things we do. So, oh, Garrett, you were in Craig yesterday and it was negative 20. Yeah, Craig is redonkulously cold. Craig and Gunnison are usually battling for the coldest in the state. Sometimes Alamosa gets in there too. Oh, Northern California, there we go. Just like I said. Yeah, it's cold up there. But yeah, so go to our YouTube channel. It's just youtube.com/Highland Cycles. Try to put new videos. All of our ride videos are up there. Everything is, you know, we got all our instructional videos. I don't have it all organized great yet. I'm going to have playlists where we'll have the instructional videos in one section, the ride videos in another section, Gospel of Two Wheels videos in another section. But yeah, if you get a chance, I would really appreciate it if you subscribe to us on YouTube. I really appreciate you guys watching all the things we do. Good morning from the oil fields of New Mexico, Ted. How's it going? Terry Hawkins, what's happening, man? So today's show, we'll get right into it. is talking about winter maintenance since it's finally winter in Colorado. So stinking happy to have winter again. It makes me so happy to see the to see the snow on the ground. Hopefully, snow that's going to help fill our reservoirs and make things awesome. So, yeah, the Adobes are rad. John Hill, good morning from Missouri, my man. So, winter maintenance, the big things. I want to talk about the things that I just did to Jolene, my YZ250, because it got the big boy love so that it is ready to go all season. You know, now it's ready to go in the winter, which is incredibly... Durango in the house, William, what's happening, man? How's the weather in Durango, by the way? Is it snowy and cold? Let us know. Yeah, so winter maintenance, what I just did to Jolene, the things that you don't really want to have to take time off to do during the summer, although you may have to if things break or, you know, you ride a lot. So, the list of things I just did to Jolene. First and foremost, top end. Ooh, -8. Dang, that's cold. William, in Durango. That's stinking cold. So anyway, top end. Bikes need top ends. I know, I mean, probably most of you guys on here are good about maintenance and you keep track of that stuff, but a lot of people aren't. You know, they figure if the bike's running and running well, they don't need to do much to it, but that is a recipe for disaster. Because generally bikes run really good until they don't. So, pistons need to be put in motorcycles. It can be expensive if you have to pay a shop to do it like us. We're not the cheapest shop, that's for sure. I think we do the best work, but it's expensive to have us put a top end in your bike. Chad Hucka, what's happening? But it's way less expensive than having the top end scatter and cause all kinds of damage to the bottom end, the top end, and you need parts, and it just gets crazy. So put a piston in your motorcycle this winter. When it's cold outside and you can't ride every day, or you don't have screws in your tires, and you don't have a shop like me going, come on, ride all the time, then it's time to do a top end. 4-stroke, 2-stroke, whatever. You got to do it. It is really, 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 really good preventative maintenance. So, my personal suggestions for time-wise on a top end are on a modern 2-stroke, I would say every 100 hours. It really depends on how you ride. Bradley Melton, what's happening, my man? It completely depends on how you ride. So if you're really hard on things and you're high RPM a lot, then you need to do it way more often than 100 hours. Okay, so more like 40 to 50. If you're racing professionally, then less than that, 10 to 15. But on a modern KTM, hey Matt, what's happening? Modern KTM, Yamaha, you know, whatever 2-stroke. I mean, those are the only modern ones out there. Well, Beta and Sherco, a few others. But really, every 100 hours is pretty safe for most riders. I ride, you know, a lot and not real hard, but relative. I put some beating on the bikes, and every 100 hours is a real safe number for me. I don't tend to crack pistons at 100 hours. For a 4-stroke, honestly, if you're keeping track of things and checking your valves and doing all that, I would say between 100 and 150 hours on a 4-stroke. You're much less likely to just scatter something on a modern 4-stroke, to be truthful on this thing. I mean, of course, I'd like to sell you parts and have you do your stuff and keep everything tip-top, but let's be honest. Modern 4-strokes are pretty stinking durable if you take good care of them and you change the oil a lot. So I'd say, I gotta go fix that. That's my alarm system. One second, I'll be right back. Whoops. That's my alarm system telling me that I need a battery. So, yeah. So anyway, back at it. Sorry about that. That was a faux pas for videoing. But yeah, let's be honest. A modern 4-stroke, it's pretty hard to scatter one. Roy Moline, Harry Reynolds, what's happening? Exactly, time to go ride. Yeah. Roy, how cold is it in Leadville? Let's see if you can beat Craig that was -28 yesterday from Garrett Anderson. So yeah, maintenance. Put a piston in your bike while it's cold outside, and you're not riding that much. It will lengthen the life of your motorcycle overall, and you'll be amazed at the performance you get back when you put a fresh top end in your motorcycle. It makes a huge difference. If you got over 100 hours on your bike, you don't even know that you've lost performance because it's such a slow degradation, unless you blow it up. But it's such a slow degradation that you don't really notice that you're losing power until you put all the power back in the motor, and then it's like, whoo, yes. So that is honestly the first and foremost. If you haven't watched our YouTube, well, yeah, Chad Hucko, I love it. That is awesome. That is always another option. If you're ready for a top end and you have a giant pile of money, just go buy a new bike. Hucko bought a brand new 19300. So yeah, that is definitely the way to go if you can. Oh man, I used to do that all the time. I'd wear tires out and go get new bikes. Not really, but I'd want to. But yeah, top ends are great winter maintenance. If you get a chance, go to our YouTube channel, Charlie Johnson, What's Happening? But go to your YouTube channel and find our top end video. It should be the featured video right now, I believe. If you go to our youtube.com/Highland Cycles, I put together what I think is a pretty good instructional video on 2-stroke top ends. I will put one up for 4-stroke top ends eventually. Harry's got, yes, absolutely. But I got a new camera for shooting instructional videos for Christmas, so I'm pretty excited about that. We'll be doing lots more of those here real soon. In fact, in the comments, why don't you tell me what kind of instructional videos you guys want to see, and we'll try to get them all done this year. 2019 is going to be the year of videoing things for Highland Cycles and producing even more content for all of you wonderful people out there. The next thing that I did on Jolene that I think is a perfect winter maintenance situation is I replaced all the bearings on the linkage, swing arm, and shock. It's not a really hard thing to do. It's not even super duper time consuming, but it's messy and it's a pain in the butt. And if you don't have a shop like I do, it's it takes up a lot of room to have your bike all apart and in pieces. And then if you don't have a press, it's pretty hard to do. It's going to be 4-stroke top end. Matt, we will do that for sure. The next one we do, hey, what's up, pussy feet? Jason Lesher. Thumper top end would be neat. Okay, that's happening. We're going to do that next. I will absolutely put a thumper top end video together. The next one we get in here, we'll make that happen. I've got a XR600 that I'm doing, but I've already got it in pieces. And anyway, and it's going to have, the cylinder's got to go out and get fixed and things, so that's going to be a while. Basic maintenance for dummies. And I mean, guys that just don't do it. Okay, John, right on. Cool. Yeah, I should. That's a good idea. We'll do like just a normal, what we call a blitz service. Ooh, that's a great idea. We'll do a blitz service. So anyway, yeah, next big winter maintenance thing is replace your bearings, or at least clean and grease the bearings on your bike. I mean, if you have a new bike, then you probably don't need to replace them, or a newer bike, you probably don't need to replace them. Jolene is getting a little long in the tooth. She's 11 years old, so it was time to replace the bearings. Like I said, we did swing arm, linkage, and shock, and actually rear wheel bearings too, all in one shot. That is a wonderful thing to do in the wintertime when you're not riding as much. You've got more time in the evenings. It's dark outside. You can't just go goof off. Wade, what's happening? Can't go ride after work unless you got lights and you live in a place where it's warmer. Even me, who loves to ride, even in the snow, when it's dark outside and cold, I generally don't go ride that often. I like to be out in the sun when it's cold. So linkage stuff is really, really, really good. The other thing is steering head bearings, is to take those apart. I'm late, was watching Syllabaha, so right on, Wade, cool. Right on, I hope you enjoyed it, man. And I'm gonna, by the way, all these videos will eventually be available on YouTube. I don't know if I have the most recent Gospel of Two Wheels up yet, but I will be getting them all there eventually. And it'll be a little easier to find them on YouTube than it is here on Facebook. Right on, Wade. Thank you very much. So yeah, like I said, the big things that are really good to do in the wintertime that are kind of time consuming and take more time, and you don't really want to take all the time to take them apart during the summer when you're riding all the time. Top end is a great one. Obviously bottom end would be good too if you have to take that apart. And steering head bearings, linkage bearings, shock bearings, wheel bearings, things like that. And one of the great things is in the winter, complete rebuild of every bike every year or two. Right on, Charlie. That is a great idea. It really depends on hours. Some of us get to put more hours on than others. I usually get about 150-ish hours on in a season, which is a lot. Most people don't get that many, I would say. I'm fortunate enough to get to ride quite a bit because it's kind of what I do. Not everybody gets to. I like to put, honestly, a crank in a two-stroke. I like to do every 300 hours or so. Either a new crank, because nowadays you can get them from Hot Rods for such a good deal that it's just cheaper and easier just to buy a whole new crank than rebuild it. On some bikes, not every bike has that option. Top end every 100, 150. I'd say more like 80 to 100 on two strokes, 100 to 150 on four strokes. And the nice thing is on these big jobs, if it's wintertime and you're not in a big hurry, then you can take the bike apart, inspect everything, and if you find something, you catch something like maybe the rod is starting to go out, or maybe there's a bearing that's junk in your linkage that you thought you were just going to clean and grease, then you got time to just leave the thing apart on the lift or the stand or whatever, order the parts, get those parts in, take your time putting it all together, and you're not missing a bunch of riding. Obviously, I love to ride every chance possible, even in the winter, but it's nice. If it's cold outside and I got things apart, I'm not too concerned about having it done. Spencer Sutton, what is happening? Charlie Johnson says, those that don't get that many hours need to check their priority. Yes, Charlie. That is awesome. There's a great quote from today's show. Those that don't get that many hours on their bike need to check their priorities. I completely agree. Yes, you need to ride more. That's all there is to it. So, if you're not getting 150 hours on your bike every year, then you need to just ride more. Figure that out. Talk to your spouse, talk to your friends. If you got friends that don't want you to ride that often, get rid of those friends. You don't need that kind of negativity in your life. You got to get out and ride. So yeah, I mean, it's a short show as far as that goes. So open it up to Q&A. Any kind of questions you guys have, please let me know. A little lifestyle maintenance may be in order. Yes, Magic Christopher, thank you so much. We should try, that should be the next show, is lifestyle maintenance. Oh, that is phenomenal. But yeah, you guys comment here what videos you guys want me to do. Instructional videos, things like that. We've already got 4-stroke top ends and like a basic service video, so that's awesome. And like the things that we check, so that's a really great idea. Other big news, hopefully big news, we're just going to put it that way. I am in discussions / dealings, negotiations with a friend who wants to do some investing over here in Montrose, and we are looking very, very seriously at putting in a moto destination VRBO campground kind of thing here in Montrose. You guys are the first to hear live that is actually moving forward. We have found a piece of property. We don't know exactly if it's going to work yet, but we feel really good about it. John Hill, my priorities are 6 and 5 years old. They get to ride more than I do to keep their bike. Yes, John, that is awesome. That is good stuff. Little kids are absolutely. Wheel Truth. Thank you, Seth. I keep forgetting to do that. Matt Andreas said to do that, so I gotta. Thank you, Seth. I'm gonna go back through all these comments later anyway. Yes, punk rock life coach. Yes. Oh wait, I should do that. You know, I don't know. I don't feel like I'm quite qualified to be a life coach yet. I'm 43 and I'm just getting started. So maybe when I'm older, I will be the punk rock life coach. I love that. Yeah, so you guys live here right now and who are watching this later are the first to hear that we are working very hard at getting a Moto Destination VRBO campground zone put in here in Montrose. Our location, if it works out, is going to be redonkulously cool. Please remember, some of us have never done it before. Don't skip steps. Thank you, Matthew, Christopher, for sure. Wheel build, Charlie Johnson. Right on. Actually, I might have one of those coming up. I got a wheel to true myself, actually, here really soon. My inner life coach abilities, right on. Oh, I love you guys. Thank you so much. You guys are so fun to be with in the mornings. So good. This is good for my soul to be here. I hope you guys really enjoy this. And I hope that some of you guys can come out and hang out at our place that we are putting in. It's going to have access, ride from the place, access to Dry Creek, to the Uncompahgre Plateau, and to Peach Valley. We're trying to make it happen by this year. So we'll see if that goes. We just took a look at a piece of property yesterday, and it looks great, but we got to figure out zoning and some other things. Eric, what's happening? So yeah, that is the story. That's the big news for Highland Cycles, is that we're hopefully going to have a place you guys can all come and hang out. Marvin Hatton, I got to send Zach his gift certificate. I have not forgotten. I've just been super duper busy. So Marvin, why don't you message me your address again, and I'll get that out. I apologize for taking so long. Jack Brown, what's going down? Comment below what kind of instructional videos you guys want to see. If you got to put together a campground ride area, I will be able to sell my wife on coming out a lot more. Yes, John, absolutely. It's happening. It's coming. One way or the other is coming. Hopefully it happens this year. So we'll see. But yeah, what other videos do you guys want to see? What other questions do you have for me? For the Punk Rock Life Coach? The Dirt Bike Punk Rock Life Coach? Oh man, I got to make t-shirts. DBPRLC. There we go. DBPRLC. That's me. Yeah. What's going on around the country? I know you guys aren't all here in Colorado, so. Patrick Hemperly, what's going on in Oregon, my man? How are you doing, sir? I hope you're out riding your dirt bike plenty. Marvin, I know. It was a free deal anyway, but I feel bad that I took this long to get it out. So let me know. Winterizing for Magic Button, guys. Okay, battery tinder. There we go. Absolutely, battery tinders are huge. Bottom end of the cool top end split case. It scares me. Fair enough. It scares lots of people. -9 Galton, New Mexico. Oh, good. You're on your way to ride dirt bikes. I like it, Eric. Get after it. So yeah, that's something to mention actually for winter maintenance. If you have a battery on your motorcycle and you're not going to be starting and riding that motorcycle weekly during the winter, then you need a battery tender of some sort. There's the Battery Tender brand. I like those. They seem to be really good, and I haven't had any problems with them. There's Optimate, makes a whole bunch of different models. You need different models if you have a lithium battery. The Battery Tender Junior will work on a lithium battery just fine, but Optimate makes some nicer rigs that are supposed to work better with your lithium battery. I honestly, full disclosure, I don't love lithium batteries. I've got one in Daisy, our rental bike, because it came in the thing, but they are not great in the cold. That's all there is to it. There's all things you can bump it and it kind of activates it, and anyway, I've seen honestly nothing but problems with them in the really, really cold, and I do like to ride in the really, really cold, so that's a thing. I like Kickstarters for that reason, at least as a backup. But lead acid batteries seem to be good. I mean, now if it gets really ridiculously cold, lead acid batteries can freeze. Yeah, they stink in the cold. Thank you, John. Thank you. They are terrible in the cold. So I like lead acid batteries. A high quality, really nice lead acid battery seems to be the way to go. Willie Watts, what is going down from Oklahoma? How is it in Oklahoma today? Is it cold and rainy? I think I saw that it was going to be. Yeah, battery tender is a huge thing. If you're really having to park the bike for a while, take the battery out, bring it inside where it's somewhat climate controlled, hook it to a battery tender, optimize some sort of maintenance thing, and shove it in the corner, and you can just leave it sitting there all year. Chad Hucko says they stink at the cold, but once the bike is warmed up, they seem to work good. Yeah, absolutely. 30 and raining. Dude, having been from Oklahoma, winter time when it's 30 and raining sucks, because now it's going to freeze and make a sheet of ice on everything. So yeah, bummer summer. Now if it warms up, it's going to be really great because there won't be any dust. Yeah, I agree about once they warm up, they seem to be okay. But with the snow bikes, like a lot of guys with snow bikes, man, we rip those lithiums out of there and put lead acids in there. But you still, like I said, you still need to maintain those things over the winter. Battery tender brand, Optimate brand, whatever you get, need to be like a smart charger, so it kind of charges it up and then lets it trickle down, and then charges it up and lets it trickle down. Because if you just put like a 2 amp thing on it, it'll smoke it. Coffeeville, Kansas, Sam Key, what is up? Sam, thank you, Sam Key, for sharing all of our posts. You do such a great job of that, and I want to say that I personally really appreciate that. So thank you. It means a lot to me. It means a lot to our page, so thank you very much. I really hope that you can get out here and ride with us. I don't plan on coming to Coffeeville, Kansas to ride, to be brutally honest. But if you get out here, I would love to go for a ride with you. Like I said, I appreciate you guys sharing this stuff. All you other guys that share our stuff, thank you so much. I just see that Sam does it a lot, so yeah, it means a lot to me. It means a lot that you guys are all watching and that this thing is growing every week, it seems like. So, Jack Brown, batteries on dirt bikes, millennials. That is a phenomenal quote. That is so funny. Oh, that is hilarious. It's funny you say that because actually, honestly, most people with batteries on dirt bikes are really old, like me. But that is a hilarious thing to say. Oh man, if you guys noticed from the video, again, quick ad for our YouTube channel. Go to our YouTube channel and watch our video from the snow ride on New Year's Day if you haven't, or go back on Facebook and watch it there. Either way, if you notice, I took the non-batteried motorcycle out in the snow because I wanted something super duper reliable. Also, the YZ just sings out in that snow. It works so good. So good when you need a lot of horsepower and a lot of revs. The YZ250 works. Yes, come to Colorado this summer, Sam. That's good to hear. Kickstarter steep hillside. Fair enough, John. Fair enough. And my hip totally sucks in well, it just sucks all the time right now. It needs to be replaced. But I did take the Kickstart motorcycle out into the cold because I didn't want to deal with trying to do it. Crankstart Model T's rule. Oh, wait, I love it. This is a great thing. Still a mess thing. You need to do it, Chad Hucko. It's so good. I'm really old. No knees. Fair enough. High 40s, mid 50s forecast for the next week here in Missouri. Spencer Sutton. That sounds awesome. If I could, transport there without having to drive, I'd do it. But, oh, man, we are super excited about going to California at the end of the month to go race the National Hare and Hound. I'm short, bad knees, Eastart is my friend. Fair enough. Guys, I love the back and forth. Um, yes, punk rock bloodstains, fast bikes. I love it. Um, electric starts are awesome, and I'd like to joke about everything. So that's the fun. We are, by the way, equal opportunity offenders here. I'm gonna make fun of everything and everyone at some point on this thing. Real Ranch, it's on, Spencer. Right on. Or excuse me, Rhino Ranch. Rhino Ranch. Spencer told me about that. That looks super, super rad. One of these days I'll get out there. But when it's cold like this, and if I want to actually get out of it, I'm going to go to California. It's closer, and then there's the desert, and I like to go fast. So, yeah, January 24th, we leave from Montrose, Colorado, and go to California, to the high desert, to the Lucerne area, and we are going to go race round one of the National Hare and Hound Association's series put on by the Desert MCs, and I cannot wait. We will be videoing that whole thing. Now I got a new camera, a new camcorder style camera, and I'm getting better with my videoing. We're going to do a really cool edit of that trip, so stay tuned for that. That's going to be really, really fun. Let's see, what time do we got here? It's 8 o'clock. I'm going to try to stay, probably going to be greasy, right? Yeah, I bet it is. With all that rain you guys are getting. It's 8:01. I'm going to boogie. I really, really, really appreciate you guys being here and watching. Punk Rock Club, thank you for watching to the end. Give me the horns if you're still here. I really appreciate you guys. Yeah, big news for Highland Cycles this week. We are working on a moto destination campground VRBO kind of zone. Hopefully going to be open by April or May. So please stay tuned. The 20th will be in Boulevard, Missouri Racing. Right on. Cool. Yes, Jack Brown, make it a great day. That is the key. So yeah, working on a moto destination for you guys to come out and ride with me and stay. It's not far from the shop. It's really close to the trails. Well, everything's close to the trails. And that's going to be freaking rad. So hopefully we get that happening. I'll let you know more as we move forward. National Hare and Hound coming up at the end of the month. We're super duper 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 stoked about that. Can't wait to go racing. Probably be taking the KTM, but maybe the YZ. I'm thinking about leaving the YZ with screws in the tires so I don't have to go back and forth. So I'll probably take the KTM because it's got rubber tires right now. Yeah, winter maintenance, piston, linkage bearings, steering head bearings. Do those things, guys. Do them. Get your bike ready. If you have any questions, anything at all, actually, please send them to me on the Messenger on our Facebook page. I answer every one of those things, me personally, just me. So I might take a while if I'm out goofing off or with my family, so that's a thing. But if you have questions, please, please, please send them to me. I'm happy to answer anything. If I don't have a great answer, I'll let you know that I don't have a great answer. What piston do you run on the YZ? Willie Watts, I use a Vertex. I am a Vertex piston fan, that or OEM. I like the Vertex because I can get a little bit less money and it's forged and it's really good. And I've never had any problem with Vertex pistons. So, again, I'm going to sign off here in just a second. Please keep asking questions. Tell me what videos you want to watch, instructional videos, any other videos. Tell me what you want to talk about next week in the Gospel of Two Wheels. I'm thinking about bringing on one of our racers. Noonan Enda! Carrie Enda, what's happening? Thanks, man. Thank you, Wade. I really appreciate that. Daniel Hatton, what's happening? Let me know what you want to hear about. We're probably going to bring on Bella Enda, hopefully next week. Hopefully she can get here before school. And Bella is one of our racers that we help out. She is, how old is Bella, Carrie? I think she's 9. She's just getting onto a 65, and she is awesome. She is super duper duper cool kid. So we're going to try to get her on here, actually in the shop next week for the Gospel of Two Wheels. We'll do an interview with her. So, oh, she's 8. She's going to be 9, though, I think, pretty soon. So, anyway, Bella's rad. So, hopefully stay tuned for that. Obviously, any questions, anything at all, send me in the Messenger. put them in here in the comments. Tell me what you want to see. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Like, share this video. I really appreciate every last one of you people. You all mean the world to me. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Spread love, spread happiness, and spread the gospel of two wheels. And go ride your dirt bikes!